The next thing we're going to go over is this language tab. So this doesn't really do anything for the language in the game like it usually does. Instead, it just covers your tooltips, which is like this little thingamajigger right here. You can click and move this around the screen wherever you want, but like basically this thing, if you, in one of these other options categories, if you determine that you want your tooltips to show on this icon, this is where they'll pop up. But otherwise, as it is by default, it'll follow the mouse. Like the tooltip is just a little pop-up box that shows you which each individual item is. So if you want to delay, you can set this to adjust, however you want. This number is in thousandths of a second. So 5,000 would be 5-second delay. 0 would be like instantaneous. So like as soon as you scroll on something, it's just going to show you the property. I'm going to put in just a tiny delay, but not like pretty much the smallest possible one I can. And skill pop-up window just makes it so the window is font is bigger or smaller depending on how you adjust the slider. The alpha value makes it more or less opaque so you can see through it. Color of the text, self-explanatory. And then the font, if you click this just makes it so you can change the font to whatever font you want. So if you want the old style font, you can choose that. And then everything that pops up will actually look in this old text style. From there, chat, this just covers everything. Like I really don't even think this does anything for inside the client itself. This is all, I believe this is all for an exterior chat that's not even really used in OSI. The chat that's built within client, I don't think this applies to. And the macros tab, this is basically the same as it is in usual classic client. The only real difference is you actually have a much bigger box as you're scrolling up and down, which is nice because you don't have this like little tiny box to try to look for things from. You have a much bigger box to pick and choose from. But all the client macros set up in here just the way they are used to, just the way they do in classic. You basically have all your same options.